got to 53 to advance to the regional semifinals. We're here with head coach Ivan Lewis, Tavion Pollock, and Jeremiah Anderson. Guys, first of all, congratulations on this big win. Coach Lewis, if you just want to take a second and give your thoughts on the game and how you guys were able to get it done.
Just really saw our game plan, unfold on the court. Everything that we prepared for, we knew it was important for our press to be effective, and we forced them into 21 turnovers. We knew it was going to be important to kind of control Walton, and so we did that well. It's just watching the game plan unfold right in front of you. It's one of the best feelings as a coach.
At the half, it was a 3-point game. What was your message to the team, and how were you guys able to really just command that second half?
I tell them all the time, there's not a lot of teams in this region that play our style. So, if we just stay the course, we usually wear teams down, and we get to see that in the second half. And I think that's definitely what happened today.
We've seen Jeremiah be able to take over games and score a ton of points, and he definitely did that this afternoon. Jeremiah, what was it like for you to put up a 30-burger today?
Just in certain situations, I realized that sometimes my teams need me to score a little bit more, so it was kind of like one of those situations today.
And what, did just the game plan just kind of work out in your favor, where you were hitting shots that you figured you would, or was it kind of that you had to work a little bit harder to get things done?
I want to say even going into the locker room at halftime, it's kind of like the trust we all got in each other. So, like, my teammates just like, yo, take these shots. We trust you. We backing you with whatever you do. So that right there definitely keeps me going.
What does it feel like right now to be headed to the semifinals of this regional? Any of you guys?
I'm excited. That's as much as I can say. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's a test to all the work we put in throughout the year. Just finally coming alive in our face.
You guys are going to be facing St. Anselm. You were the winners of the CACC. They're the winners of the NE10. What can we expect to see out of that game tomorrow?
A lot of respect for that program. Chris is an amazing coach. But a lot of the same stuff you saw today. We got to speed them up a little bit. Our 94 pressure it's got to be constant. We just got to kind of keep them out the paint and make sure we're contesting shots.
I got a couple here. Ivan, you played for Felician. You've been part of the program for the better part of 2 decades. You've had some tough outs as an 8 seed, and here you are as a higher seed and defending it really well. Your thoughts on where Felician's arc has been from the men's basketball program from when you were a player and to where it is now, and how you must feel pride about that.
It's an amazing feeling. As a player, it felt like we were building, trying to build. As a coach, I came back and it was kind of the same situation where, we're trying to build, scratching the surface a little bit. I get the head coaching job, and, we're starting to get talent in and change things around a little bit. And then now, this was the goal, back in 22 was to turn this program into a regional competitor. So to see all this fall into place is an amazing feeling right now.
And also for you lose a really dynamic player in Jabri Fitzpatrick, goes Division I and goes crazy at New Haven.
Right.
So, and then you bring in this guy here and Noah, and all of a sudden you're better at the guard positions than you were before with Jabri.
Right.
And all the other pieces, if you could talk a little bit about how you had to not only rebuild for 2023, but also you had to bring in a lot of new faces.
Yeah, not only the backcourt, we lost our front court, who, I feel like they were D1 guys themselves, in Johnny Tovar and John. After last year, we kind of knew Bree was going to test the waters for Division I. We knew we were losing the front court, so my assistant, my recruiter, Coach Nichols, hit the road, and we had this guy tucked away. He redshirted last year, so knowing that he was coming, it makes it a little bit easier. But just that's my assistant coaches hitting the road and finding the right talent for us in the program.
I got 2 questions for each of these guys. Jeremiah, having redshirted last year, how important was that for you to learn the system, learn the league, learn the region, and what did that do as far as elevate your game this year?
I feel like it definitely was very important just coming from where I was at before because I wasn't at the same league, and it just kind of prepped me a little bit better for what I was coming into. Like, it definitely made things easier for me.
Okay, and David, you've been around longer than anybody in the program, right, of the regulars. What's it been like to see the evolution of this team from your standpoint?
To me, it's all about our growth. We grew so much from when we first started to where we are now. We just put in a bunch of work, all the hours on the track, all the hours in the weight room, all the times we don't want to wake up in the morning. We all kept going just so we could be here, and we still got a job to do. So I just like how far we've come without stopping. Every time we've got to hit adversity, one way or another, we managed to fight through and accomplish what we need to do.
Jeremiah, 30 points. That's nothing. You had 34 last day. What is it about your second halves? It seems like you tend to get even better in the second half. Your steals, your pressure on the ball. I mean, if you just look at the point guards today, you get 30, Alphateer gets nothing and fouls out. Like,
I just feel like it's as a team. Like second half, it's like we do what we got to do, or we go home. So I start with that mindset, and I just hope it rubs off on the rest of my teammates.
I mean, it really looked like it. In the second half, it looked like you guys were just having a lot of fun out there. What is the, how different was the second half for you guys compared to the first half, where it was just kind of back and forth game the whole first half?
Yeah, I think we just came out a little tight. Nerves were working a little bit. But I think these guys did a good job, figuring them out. It just took that half to, understand what Walton was trying to do and figure out our press as well.
Okay. Well, we will see you guys tomorrow, 5 o'clock against St. Anselm in the regional semifinals. Congratulations again on the big win, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Thank you.
it's a rematch. They played in the regular season.
men's basketball. Head coach Dave Duke and players Deshaun Walton and Matthew Price. Coach, if you just want to open up with an opening statement about the game.
Felicia's an excellent team. I thought they did a great job. They wore us down. We turned the ball over quite a bit in the second half, and that led to a lot of runouts and a lot of easy baskets for them. And then we struggled to shoot the ball, so the combination of those two things led to a difficult afternoon.
It was an exciting first half. I mean, you guys were just kind of back and forth throughout the entire first half. What was, do you feel like, the difference in the second half as Felicia kind of went on that run and then weren't able to stop?
The turnovers, right? The turnovers, so that started the bleeding a little bit, so to speak, and then we weren't able to make the shots, some of those shots that we made in the first half, so we weren't able to score. We fell down a little bit early in the first half twice, but we were able to come back, claw back with it being able to make some baskets, which we just weren't able to do in the second half.
This one's for you guys, either of you, whoever wants to take it. Can you guys just kind of give like an overview on the season and what some of the biggest takeaways you're going to come away from this year?
I'm going to go first.
So once again, I'm just glad to be here. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the job done here again, but overall, I think it was just a good season on its own. Just a good bunch of guys, and unfortunately, we're just gonna get the job done.
Yeah, it was bittersweet. Getting back here for another year was obviously a blessing. Being able to lace it up for another year was obviously another blessing in itself too. And there's no secret I kind of struggled to shoot it tonight, but my teammates just had my back, and that was just, and obviously my coaches too, and the fans and everyone believed in me, and just like I believe in the whole Delphi community as well. And that kind of just sums up the whole season. Like for me, it's just such a great group of guys, great group of people, great community behind us, and I'm just super blessed to have this opportunity to put on this jersey again. So.
Coach Duke, obviously, nothing to hang your head on, being one of the final 8 teams in the region playing basketball at this point of the year. How would you sum up this 25-26 campaign?
I'm very proud of this group. It's an incredibly hardworking, great group of guys, on the court and off the court. And I'm very blessed to have been able to coach these young men. When you look at our senior class, we have a 5th-year senior, 2 4th-year seniors, a guy who's with us for 3 years, right? And then another guy who's been with us for 2 years. So with all of the stuff that's been going on in college basketball, this has not been the norm. So I'm very fortunate to have a very loyal group who enjoyed playing for our coaching staff and being a part of the Adelphi community for the entirety of their career. And I'm very fortunate, I'm going to say that again, because the guys on the team, it was a pleasure and a real joy to coach this group of people, and for them to have achieved to get to back-to-back NCAA tournaments, I'm really proud of them.
Coach, dovetailing on what you just said, in this day and age, nobody stays. And guys as talented as these guys, like, they stay with you. It's a testament to your program and your coaches that they want to be part of Adelphi basketball. I just want to ask you just about this arc that you guys have been on. You were knocking on the door several years, right outside the top 8. Now, the last 2 years, you've gotten the program back to the NCAA tournament after its fine tradition beforehand. If you could talk to just what the foundation you're building going forward, starting with these guys.
These guys just built the foundation of hard work, coming in, hard work, being great people first and foremost. The 2 tenets of the program are being great people first and being extremely hard workers. And they've epitomized that. And for the younger guys to see that's what the program is. The people who were here that set the tone for us from when I first got here, those guys built it, and then these guys took it to another level, being able to get us to the tournament. So yeah, just the level of people and the level of hard work, that's what this program is all about. And the younger guys and now the new guys, we are going to have a lot of new people coming in with all of this senior laden class leaving. These guys have big shoes to fill. And the biggest things are being great people, that we enjoy being together every day, and working really hard. Because if you spend time with this group of guys, off the court or on the court, everybody's like this. And that's why, for me, seeing that, and being fortunate to be the head coach of that group, it means a lot to me to see these guys interacting every day.
And I know you can't really speak to this, but I thought Alpha Tier got some real tough calls. I mean, that fifth foul to me, I mean, that's one you don't call in an NCAA tournament game. And it was very little. I mean, I know you can't speak to that, but for again, him coming in over from Bloomfield, Jarnell coming over from Caldwell with all of those block shots, I mean, all-time national leader in that category forever. I mean, these are guys, and Deshaun here, 4 years, 1,700 something points. I mean, Matthew, you've been such a major part of this program for so long. You could just talk a little bit about what it's been like to be part of this program and to be part of that unity that you talked about with the team.
I mean, I could start first. Everyone on our team is just like Coach said, is just like my true brother. And I've never been a part of, a squad where anyone who comes in is just automatically family. And, a lot of people just see the Al's speed and Jarnell's blocking ability and Deshaun's all-around scoring ability. I can go down the list, Mace, Pat, Kari, Reese, and the whole team. But what really makes everyone shine in my eyes is just how, like Coach said, how good of people they are, but also teammates. It's just, I've never experienced anything like it. And when I look, to my left and right, I just know that I have my back taken care of. And, like I said, a lot of people see the talent, but it's just way deeper than that. And I'm just so grateful, so grateful.
Like you said, like 4 years, 5 years, it's kind of like unheard of. But what's totally special for me is our bond and our friendship and our relationship is we hang out with each other almost every day. We go out to eat with each other. We stay in the same dorms and stuff. So it's just a different feeling when you're going out there and fighting for your brothers. Like Matt said, it's just a different feeling.
Well, you were a warrior tonight, especially. I mean, like 10 for 10 at the line and just bringing the ball up and like just great job, you guys. It was a pleasure to cover you this year.
Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Actually, I'm sorry, I got some questions from Newsday for Jonathan Rubin. So this is more back towards the game, Coach. So in the beginning of the first half, slow offensive start, what adjustments do you think were made to get the offense going?
I thought that we generated really good shots, right? And so I thought the guys did a nice job early on running into some ball screens, like to start the offense up, and then really just moving the ball around. So I thought we generated good shots, and unfortunately this afternoon we just didn't make them.
And then next question, second half, is there anything you think you could have done a little better offensively to execute the game plan?
I thought that their length and their ranginess, they were able to get a couple of tip behind steals, right? And so, I thought that the turnovers, obviously, for us in the second half were a problem, right? And then aside from that, like and Matt said he didn't make sure, like, it wasn't just Matt. I just wanted to make that very clear. Like, just collectively, we shot like 35% from two. As a team, we were well over 50% for a majority of the year, and we shot about 24%, if I'm not mistaken, from three. So it was an afternoon where when we didn't turn the ball over, we got shots that we wanted, but unfortunately they just didn't go in.
And then for me personally, no questions, but Matt, Deshaun, thank you guys for 2 great years. I know I wasn't here the whole time, but really appreciate you guys. And I'll talk to you after, obviously, but yeah, that's it for me.
You're the man.
Thank you so much, Dave.
All right, well, congratulations, you guys, on a fantastic season and, and making it to one of the final 8 teams in the East region. Had a lot of fun watching you guys.
Thank you.
Good luck with the drive back.
Thank
you.
you very much.
Go
Appreciate
Panthers.
it. Thanks, Chris.